Hey, so what do you do when your husband is not really doing the things that you want him to do and you're feeling a lot of disappointment in your relationship? A few women this week have expressed disappointment that their husband, doesn't bring them flowers and um, they haven't been on a date in a really long time. And frankly, they're not having those deep emotional conversations that they used to have. And so, some of these ladies are really feeling alone and disappointed in their relationship and not quite sure if they want to stick around or not for the long haul. I get it. When you're married for a long time, people change. People do change, right? Like we are human beings, we are alive, we are growing. If we're not growing and becoming more, then we're dead, right? So it's natural that people are going to change. And yet, so often when we get married, we think that, oh, he's just amazing. I love him so much, and he's never going to change. But he is. But guess what? You change too. And so sometimes if we pause and think, one, are our expectations realistic that he's never going to change and that he's always going to be the same guy that you fell in love with 20, 30 years ago? Or is it realistic that every time I say that I want something, whether it's that date night or to live at the lake, we may or may not get our desires, okay? Flowers, chocolates, dinner out. We may or may not get it. He's not Santa Claus, ladies. So what if it's actually an opportunity for us to respect that he's a human being too and he gets to decide, especially like if he's managing the budget, or maybe you have bigger goals, maybe you're saving for a house, maybe you're saving for a big trip, whatever it is. So often what I hear, and I know I'm guilty of this too, is that like I want it and I want it now. And I don't really care what he thinks. I kind of want it now. What if there's a greater opportunity for intimacy and connection when we respect that, yeah, they do things differently. They may make different decisions. Their no may not be no never. It might just be no, not now. And what if we give him the right to make that decision? But so often, for instance, like say I say something like, I really would love the dishwasher to get fixed. But he doesn't want to fix the dishwasher right now, tonight. What if he thinks that he'll try tomorrow or over the weekend or something like that, right? But I say, oh, just never mind. I'll just do it myself. I'll just call the repairman. I'll just handle it. Well, ladies, that's one of the biggest mistakes that we make in marriage, because we emasculate our men. We take away their ability to make any decisions. And then we wonder why they don't bring us flowers or why they don't do the things that we want when we want them. Okay, so if that's happening in your house, if you feel like you're expressing desires, you're not getting what you want, take a look. Have you been cutting him off at the pass and deciding to do it yourself? Have you taken away his decision-making power? Have you not respected the decisions that he has made and gotten upset with him when you don't get what you want? When I expressed the desire to live at the lake, I didn't know if it was going to happen. My husband doesn't even like to swim, but because I had become pleasable, my husband did want to make me happy. And our men really do. That is something for them. They get a lot of identity out of being a man that is married to a happy wife. They feel like, wow, like I'm nailing it. I'm the man. We want to let them do that. We all want to feel successful, right? So if you're not getting the things that you really want in life, take a look at how pleasable you've been. How much gratitude do you express? How appreciative are you of what he does, and how well do you receive the things that he does give you? Okay, or are you criticizing like I would do when he would bring me home those roses from the gas station, and I would point out, like, seriously, honey, you got me roses from the gas station? At least he thought of me. At least he brought home a rose. But I was not a gracious receiver, okay? So one, we want to look at our expectations. Are our expectations realistic? Do we expect that he will change? How well do we express desires for what it is that we want? And it's only a pure desire if we relinquish control of whether or not we get it. Otherwise, it's a demand. So right? There's a demand and it's control, and he can sniff it out, and he's not going to want necessarily to please you with that and get it for you, because he knows that there's control in there. So if you can become happy and pleasable, you're going to see a spiraling up as he finds more and more ways to please you. And then you can keep expressing loads of desires, and he's just going to be, so it's not going to be like a no, never. It'll be definitely a no. When will you get it? When will he get to please you and surprise you with that? We see it all the time with women as they do more and more self-care and start showing up happy and taking the time to love themselves. Super, super important that we have to love ourselves before we can love somebody else. Otherwise, we really have no capacity. So when we're empty, so many of my clients, whether they're homeschooling, their moms, they're going in a million directions. And so we get exhausted. And when we are so exhausted and we have nothing to give, our husbands are usually the last on the list. And they feel it. And as we get discouraged and grumpy and short-fused, well, who wants to even bother pleasing that, right? We're ungrateful. This is the work that we do on my campus, is to find the way, rediscover our happiness, find ways to be grateful and appreciative, and to spiral our relationships up so that we bring out the best in ourselves, we bring out the best in our men, and that we restore our relationships as we restore ourselves. If you're not getting what you want in your relationship and you're not feeling close and connected, it could very well be that who you're being is not pleasable, has expectations that are not realistic, and that you're demanding and controlling, and that you yourself are not happy from within. Because honestly, it's not his job to make you happy and to fill your cup. It's your job to find your happiness and then to show up as somebody that he is attracted to and wants to spend more and more time with, just like when you were dating. Just like when you were dating. Yes, you become magnetic, and it all just creates a happy home and a future, a legacy that's going to last a lifetime. That's what I'm standing for here. I'm Coach Carol, and if you need more support, reach out. God bless your day.